Welcome back, all. I hope you had a wonderful, relaxing summer. Today, we are excited to kick off a new school year that more closely resembles a traditional year. Although we are not fully back to normal just yet, we are much closer than we were last September. With that said, before I go any further, I once again want to thank each of you for your dedication to our school district and for your hard work last year, making the best of what proved to be a very challenging school year. I also want to thank those who taught throughout the summer, working with students to accelerate their learning in preparation for this school year. We had over 1,000 students attend summer programs during the month of July, which far exceeded our expectations. Kudos to all those involved. Once again, like most summers, we had a very busy and productive July and August this year in and around the Franklin Township Public Schools, especially on the facilities front. First and foremost, I want to take a moment to thank Mr. Joe Coretta, Supervisor of Buildings and Grounds, and Ms. Sharifa McMillan, Assistant Supervisor of Buildings and Grounds, as well as thank all of our custodians and maintenance staff for their hard work this summer. They have worked tirelessly over the summer to ensure our buildings are in good shape and ready for the return of full-day, in-person instruction. Also, special thanks to all other staff who worked over the summer, our administrators, clerical staff, technology folks, business office staff, personnel staff, pupil personnel services staff, guidance staff, transportation staff, and many others. They too did an amazing job. As I stated last year, the changes to our teaching and learning context brought on by the pandemic and a shared recognition of our collective need to confront the affliction of racism will continue to inform our work together this year. Our learning community, like many others, continues working through these challenges in order to best serve our students. I want to take a moment to thank those who continue to serve on our Road Forward District Committee, as well as those who continue to serve on our District Core Equity Team. Our collective efforts on both fronts have us positioned well to make gains on our goals in both areas. Next, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our Board of Education President, Ms. Nancy LaCorte, who would like to share a few words on behalf of the Franklin Township Board of Education.
Hi, I'm Nancy LaCorte, President of the Board of Education. To our new staff members, welcome to Franklin. You'll see why Franklin Township Public Schools will become your new home. To our veteran staff, welcome back. The past 18 months have been crazy. It hasn't been easy, but I know you always had the children on your mind. For some of you, not only did you teach your classes remotely, but you also had your own children at home. You mastered technology. We learned about Tech Tuesday. Some of the board members, myself included, still struggle with how to get on a Zoom meeting. The boundaries of your classroom went from the four walls in your building to inside your students' homes. Sometimes they were still in their bed wearing their pajamas, but you were still there for them. You made phone calls home to make sure your students were engaged and okay. You were so creative in how you delivered instruction and handled the COVID restrictions. I got to check out Pam Lack's classroom, where I went to pick up some t-shirts. I had the opportunity to look in on some remote classrooms virtually. You found ways for clubs, sports, performances, and other activities, all while teaching. You held office hours. You participated in the planning, curriculum writing, and culture change on remote and hybrid instruction, return to school, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and social emotional learning. These were not topics that you just discussed at a faculty meeting. You participated in our summer programs to make sure our students were ready for this school year. You were there for each other. I'm only touching the surface of what you have accomplished. I'm only touching the surface of how amazing you are. I'm only touching the surface on how many, many years from now, that adult who was once your student will remember the impact you made on their life. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge all that you have accomplished, but I know that this year you will continue to stretch yourself as we adapt to the new normal. See new teachers? They've set the bar high, but you will see that in Franklin, we are all there for each other. On behalf of the Board of Education, thank you for all that you have done. More importantly, on behalf of that future adult, Thank you for the impact you will make on their life.
Thanks, Nancy. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Nick Solomon, President of the FTSAA, who would like to welcome you all.
On behalf of the Franklin Township Supervisors and Administrators Association and the FTSAA Executive Board, I welcome and wish all teachers, educational service professionals, and support staff a great school year. I would like to recognize our FTSAA Executive Board, our FTSAA Vice President, Tori Hurd, Recording Secretary, Eric Siegel, Correspondence Secretary, Hennessy Martinez, and Treasurer, Ed Ward. Thank you for your advice and encouragement. Well, here we are again, a new school year that can bring excitement, joy, and enthusiasm. With every start of a new school year, we are often encouraged by all the positive possibilities we envision for our students and school. A new school year also can bring new challenges and obstacles. If I learned anything from last school year, we have a unique district, a fantastic staff, because when we come together, we can accomplish anything. I do not doubt that any obstacles we endure in education, including the challenges with the pandemic, we will put our students first, be present with our students, and remember our purpose of being educators. Josh Shipp writes, "Every kid is one caring adult away from being a success story." I encourage every administrator, teacher, and support staff to be present with their students. Be motivated to learn our students' culture and find ways to implement who they are in our instruction. This year would be more crucial than ever before. Our approach for our students will have to be different. Therefore, keep an open mind and be willing to go the extra mile. Let's meet them where they are at and help them grow academically, socially, and emotionally. As the president of the Franklin Township Administrators Association, I want to take a moment to say I appreciate what you do for your students, your school, and what you do for this great community of Franklin Township. Over the years, there is no question our teachers and support staff have proven to be dedicated and motivated in helping students reach their full potential. So thank you, because in a few days, our students will be ready to receive knowledge and eager for your guidance. Once again, thank you, and I wish you all a successful school year.
Thanks, Nick. Next, I'd like to call upon Dan Mayer, President of the FTEA, to share his words of welcome for you all.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dan Mayer, and I'm the President of the Franklin Township Education Association. I'd like to welcome you back to a school year that will be different, yet the same. Without question, our previous school year taught us many things about ourselves, such as new levels of stress, but new levels of resilience as well. Words such as hybrid, pivot, synchronous, and asynchronous learning dominated our daily instruction. Yet as we embarked on the roller coaster that we anticipated 2020-2021 to be, our members were the constant force through it all. As educators, we did what we do best. We helped each other, shared our ideas, and made our circumstances work to the best of our ability for our students. And although we would like to put last year in the rearview mirror, we know that we will be faced with similar challenges that were previously presented to us. However, I can assure you that, just as last year, we will continue to advocate for our 1,000 member association on every level. With representation in every school building and constant communication with our central office personnel, we will continue to have transparency and an open line of communication to ensure a successful school year. Last year, we met on a weekly basis with central office to convey the concerns and sentiments of our members and shared those minutes with our rep council. And they turned that communication around to their building membership in order to keep everyone as up to date as possible during an ever-changing school year. We held building meetings to hear our members. Our evaluation committee created monthly newsletters, presentations, flowcharts, and held membership meetings to help better understand the portfolio observation and summative process. Our social committee and minority leadership and recruitment committee came up with new and creative ideas for our members to enjoy themselves outside of the school day. Our Fast and Pride chairs helped our members create innovative events for our students and community. And during a pandemic school year, our negotiations team bargained a very successful contract with a settlement that was higher than the county and state averages. Yes, last year was difficult, but I believe that as an association, we will continue to accomplish many great things for our students and community. I'd like to close out my opening remarks by speaking about two very important topics: the upcoming Board of Education election and the New Jersey Educator Health Plan. This year, we will have 9 candidates running for 3 seats for our Board of Education. As always, the FTEA will be sending each candidate a questionnaire, and the response will be compiled into a newsletter that will be shared with the public. Please be on the lookout for this important information, as our elected BOE candidates obviously play a vital role in the foundation of our educational system. Finally, as you are fully aware, the New Jersey Educator Health Plan is still not available to our members, as our situation continues to be litigated on several levels with the state of New Jersey. Therefore, we are all still subjected to Chapter 78 deductions that increase the cost of your premium contributions with every $5,000 threshold that you pass. For example, if you were making $64,000 last year, and this year will be making $67,000, the contribution to your healthcare plan will increase. That could potentially result in less take-home pay, even though you received a raise. The New Jersey Educator Health Plan, also known as Chapter 44, was designed to save educators money while still providing a serviceable healthcare plan, and it is our hope that this plan will be made available this school year. As always, I will be sure to share any and all updates with you as they become available. Thank you, and I look forward to our continued work and success as an association.
Thanks, Dan. As I say every year, experience is one of the important factors to success. And another equally important factor is direction. As the saying goes, ambitious goals make for outstanding achievements. Here to explain our ambitions for the year is Dr. Loughran, our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction.
Yes, we have set ambitious goals for this school year. Our first goal, set by the Board of Education, is to continue to ensure the health and safety of students and staff surrounding COVID-19 through policy, procedure, facility upgrades, promotion of vaccination programs, and screening programs during the return to full-day, full-time, in-person instruction. To remain focused on facility security projects, social emotional programs, and mental health to protect and support students and staff. Second goal is to continue the elimination of systemic racism and lingering white supremacy, and remove access barriers so all students have equal access to rigorous academic programming. Ensure that all races are included in the structure of the district, and any attempt or practice to dominate a race or highlight another unfairly will not be tolerated. The third goal is to support policy and programs that address learning gaps, support learning recovery, and promote learning acceleration to assist students in reaching their full learning potential post-pandemic. To continue the expansion of innovative college and career readiness programs, affording students the opportunity to pursue their passions. Our next goal, to support and create policies to reduce waste and lower energy consumption, foster environmental awareness among staff and students, and encourage the school community to engage in environmentally sound projects, with each school achieving Sustainable Jersey certification. And finally, the fifth goal, to work to further relationships and better leverage technology and social media to connect and proactively promote the school district with the community at large, and to ensure family engagement of students attending Franklin Township Public Schools. To achieve those goals, we have 3 main focus areas for instructional staff. The first one is the enactment of the FTPS District Equity Plan, including culturally and linguistically relevant pedagogy. Re-engagement and connection with students via social emotional learning practices, and instructional technology expertise, and creating differentiated and targeted learning experiences to respond to students' specific academic performance levels. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. Let's take a moment to recognize some familiar faces in new roles this year. Finally, as educators each year, we share a series of pivotal milestones. One of the most significant and most meaningful comes on day number 1. It is the milestone of tenure. Today, we recognize a wonderful cohort of educators that have reached or will be reaching tenure by October 31st. Once again, welcome. I hope you enjoy the next few days and find them both helpful and informative as we look forward to an excellent start of the new school year on September 9th. Thanks for your time and have a great day.